Well, right now in the studio, and I hate the fact that this is currently being filmed now as well for social media. Michael Griffith is here. Good afternoon, Michael. I just put your mic up there. Jubilee Veterinary Centre you're from. Michael, you have come, oh my goodness, not unaccompanied. Michael has brought a snake into the studio. What sort of snake is this, Michael?
This is Sam. Sam is a 10-year-old male corn snake. So these are very common pet snake. They come from southeastern United States.
Sam's sticking his tongue out a lot.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly normal.
That's perfectly normal. It's terrifying.
So this is good.
It's terrifying.
Snakes are one of these ones that we would do, at open days, things. Snakes are one of the ones that attract the most interest, and huge numbers of people are petrified of snakes. And most of the people who are petrified of them have never been anywhere near one and never touched one. And they're not slimy, they're not nasty, they're very dry.
It does look, it's
they're
shiny.
dry and they're warm. They're shiny, yes, sorry, slimy. They're not slimy, which a lot of people think. And they're quite active, so they're very different.
They're quite active.
They're quite active.
You'll be going to our Facebook site and checking out. This snake is moving all over the place, Michael. Please don't let go of it.
So no, this is fine. So he's a very friendly chap. He's been sitting in a bag for a wee bit just on the way in, so he's just having a wee look around.
It actually is beautiful.
Beautiful
Colour.
They're beautiful colours. That's one of the reasons why they are so popular, is because they come in pretty colours. This guy, I suppose you'd call him a sort of rusty brown, fawn sort of coloured on the top. He's a bit paler underneath. You can get them in lots of different colour morphs,
right,
which is becoming quite popular as well. So you can get some of those are partially wild variations, and partly also then people breeding ones to get them different colours.
Yeah.
They breed very well in captivity. So all of the snakes that people are buying and should be are all captive bred. There's no, these aren't taken from the wild anymore.
One of the questions I've actually got in from Barbara is: a snake a good pet for a boy aged 10?
It would be, I think. Yeah, I think a boy aged 10 would quite enjoy having a snake. It's quite
goodness.
good.
And if it's spending more time in its water bowl than its cage, is there a reason for this?
Yeah, there could be. I mean, one of the things, whenever any reptile moves, especially snakes, they're quite prone to get respiratory disease, underlying respiratory disease, same as just the stress of moving. So, but as well as that, they can get mites as well. So if they have mites, they'll sometimes sit in their water bowl for a lot. If he feels unwell, he might be sitting in the water bowl a lot. Or it could just be he's going into shed and he's wanting just to hydrate. So I suppose it depends a little bit how long that's been going on for. But certainly if there's any suggestion that there's mites in the collection, or
we need to come and see
with
you.
that, well, yes, that'd be nice.
Okay, yes, you're
come along
vet.
and see.
I have to say, you're just so comfortable there. I guess I did say I would touch it. Now I don't think I can hold it. I really don't.
No, that's fine. So
but I wouldn't mind just
again. But if your 10-year-old boy is getting one of these, he's going to get them. They're going to be pretty small. These are all a lot smaller than us. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's strange.
But again, it's getting used to them. They need to be used to you handling them. So the 10-year-old boy, especially when he first gets it, he'll probably be very keen. Do handle it gently. Just let it like this. Just let it run through your hands.
Right.
And let it just support a bit of its weight.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're very good at supporting their own weight.
Do you ever just for the crack, Michael, go come to the door? Somebody comes to your door looking for you to buy some electricity or something. Hi.
I know. We did have one client a few years ago who said she was picking up what she thought was a toy snake on the floor, and they don't have snakes. And as she went to pick it up, it moved. And
my goodness!
But I never found out. She left the house because she was petrified of snakes and wanted it caught. But these guys, one thing about corn snakes, and all snakes, but especially corn snakes, they're quite good escape artists. So you must put them in a proper, if you put them in a plastic tub, which there was a bit of a tradition a few years ago to keep it, it's not ideal, but as well as that, they're quite good at escaping from that. They will sit and perch the edge of the enclosure. Yeah. So quite a few corn snakes escape. Most of them come back fairly happy a while later. But do make sure your enclosure is secure, because they'll disappear behind the settee under the floorboard, and you'll not see them for weeks or months.
That's why I was going to say, don't let go of Sam here, because if you
Sam is what, 5. Sam's what, 4?
I'll be out the window.
Sam's probably, I don't know what they are, 4.5 feet long, probably. Sam.
Oh, so, yes, long, yeah.
So we'd do well to lose him just at the minute, but we could. But no, they are quite nice. I mean, you tend to keep these guys on their own. You'd mix them for breeding and stuff, but they're quite happy on their own, so you don't need to get a group of them. Your tank They're fairly cheap to buy. You
Yeah.
can, depend on the size, you can spend £30 upwards really. The tank's going to cost you quite a bit more than that, depending on the size of tank you buy. You'd only feed them a couple of times a week, maybe at the most when they're little, but once they're adult, you might be feeding them every 3 weeks. Some of the big ones, they'll eat bigger prey and they don't need fed very often. You'll feed them on frozen,
That's fascinating.
dead rodents.
It's just, you're just so calm with it,
yeah.
Michael. I actually have a little query, and it's not about a snake, but while you're here,
Yeah.
Sarah has text. She has a Shih Tzu male dog, 10-year-old. She thinks it's constipated, but it is eating a lot of food, but there's nothing really happening toilet-wise. Have you any idea what's wrong with that?
I suppose, keep an eye, is it wanting to pass anything? I suppose if it
looks
had
like it's
been,
trying.
okay, if it is, then certainly it could be. She wanted just make sure that, does she think it's chewed up any bedding, children's toys,
Okay.
anything like that? Keep a close eye on that. If it is very uncomfortable, certainly it should be seen. Get plenty of water into it. Probably try and ease off the food food that's going in. She can get stuff like liquid paraffin, which is very cheap. Not paraffin oil, but liquid paraffin, which is just a laxative, and she can use that and try and help ease it. But if nothing's coming out, she might be better
Just to
getting that checked. Yeah, sort of constipation is reasonably common. And I suppose the longer it goes on, the harder it gets to shift. So even in the short term, you can use things sort of cod liver oil and things, but one of the problems with that is it'll absorb some of it, so it doesn't act quite as good as a laxative. It won't do any harm, but it won't work as well as sort of a liquid paraffin. But
Sarah,
certainly she can get that or get it checked if she's worried.
That's some sound advice, Sarah. I'm going to let you go now, Michael, because Sam is getting very, very wriggly.
That's all right. We'll get a few photographs of Sam.
We will indeed. But thank you so much for coming in today,
No
Michael.
problem.
Great to chat to you. Thank you.
Okay.